What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another SLA video. All right, guys, this is a pre-recorded video, so if anything happens between now and then, I will not be able to answer or make another video on it. I'm gone for 2 days. I'll be back on Wednesday afternoonish. So thank you all for being patient, waiting for the upcoming video. So I do want to talk about two big things that I'm starting to kind of hate, and one of them is simply being the fact that yes, Netmarble devs did say they'll never make a WOBL where one specific character is required. The keyword is required to get the job done. Now, this is very sneaky wording. This is the same way as they said they'll never nerf anything, okay? There's always loopholes with wording and everything else. Now, as much as I admit they've never nerfed anything, and as much as I admit we don't require keywords that require a specific unit to finish a specific piece of content, there is definitely a push to one side that they want us to focus on, right? They easily control the narrative with ways of doing it. So one way they've, for example, quote unquote, never nerf something but kind of made things work the way they want to is POS Baron, when magnifying slashes no longer was something you could use because it did a damage reduction, and also every time MP was given back, I think the mob gained some sort of a buff. I don't recall exactly what it was. So it wasn't a direct nerf to magnifying slashes, but it made magnifying slashes useless in a boss that really was the main DPS setup, right? So again, not a direct nerf. They stuck true to their word, but they found a loophole to make it work. Now, listen, for the most part, I'm up for challenges. I really am. I'm not one to hate on challenges, but when it comes down to this character, for example, Chow, who is the 1 year anniversary character, who by the way is gangbusters, crazy, broken, good. They purposely, and I already made a video on this, have created a character with a flaw, a very deep flaw, and it's the first time a flaw really kicks in at a higher tier, right? And by this I mean the passive. So when you see her passives, I've already done a video, you can watch this anytime you want, but at A3, she loses a lot of her luster that she gains from 1 and 2, and this is the first time ever where they've, I think, almost purposely by design have created this character this way. Now, will they ever fix this? A lot of people are saying it's a bug. It's not a bug. It's a design, guys. I want people to stop using the word bug here. This is not a bug. This is by all means a design flaw. But is it a purposeful design flaw? Perhaps. Perhaps, right? So I don't know if they're going to fix Chaw. I want them to fix Chaw because, listen, as a 1 year anniversary unit, I usually expect those units to last for a whole year. I've mentioned this numerous times, and I stand by what I'm saying. Now, this is another case in point and scenario where if you watch my video this morning from the Win team doing WOBL, you see how much they remind you of the Light team, right? What I'm talking about is Deimos, right? When the Fire team came out with Kanae and Yosugun and Essel, they absolutely dominated the crap out of WOBL Deimos. They did. Light team struggled, and I mean struggled. And the crazy thing is, you could have finished the entire Deimos hard mode with Yosugun without even having Kanae. So they had two options. Now, Water team is the clear-cut winner in this scenario, right? Even though you do have a chance in the, with Win, as shown on my free-to-play account on normal mode, there is no way in hell I would have any way of beating the hard mode as a Win team user. It's just a mechanic they built in. Just like they built in the mechanic for Vulcan with the shield, and they realized, okay, they shouldn't be doing that, so they're going to remove that. Just like they built in the mechanics for Deimos with defense penetration. Again, it's doable. You just have to readjust everything. Now, with Yogamont, it's even tougher because, quite honestly, he recovers so much HP at a short period of time that it's really tough to make up for that time as the Win team if you don't have unrecoverable. So what are they planning to do next? Now, before I go into what they plan to do next, I do want to remind everybody real quick, the content creator program is still going on. Click that support button, guys. I've been sending out codes all friggin' day to you guys. So 1,000 Essence Stones, 500k gold, Mana Power Extracts, Rune Fragment times 150. That has all been sent to all supporters. Every single video has the link to this in the description, as well as a comment link to it. Click that support button, guys. Get yourself some free codes. We got 5 more codes on the way for the rest of this season. For those who are supporting, thank you so much as usual. For those who are going to be supporting, I appreciate you choosing me as the content creator you want to support. Now, Win team. Okay, so is this another case in point of Light versus Fire? Or is this another case of Thomas versus Kanae? This is the fear that a lot of people are having. Now, I can comfortably say at the moment, with all my heart and all my honesty, that the water team absolutely destroys Yogamont easy and normal. They do. And a lot of that plays a big part in the fact that, number one, Cha is broken, and number two, she does have unrecoverable. It makes it a lot easier. But in all fights, they just make it easier. They're just that much better, right? Now, you need LENNART to really be OP for the win team to have a chance, and also to have the debuff of unrecoverable. Now, at the moment, we've only got 3 units that have it. We have, so I think Song, so what's her name? Song Yi again? The little schoolgirl here. Yeah, Han Song Yi. She has unrecoverable to a certain extent. I think it's like 70%. We have the Yu Yun, who has also unrecoverable on one of her skills. And then, of course, we have Cha and Cha, right? So technically 4 units, right? I was considering Cha the same unit, but they're 2 different units. So in order for this to work for the win team, and especially for hard mode, considering how much HP he recovers already on normal, LENNART needs to come in with a lot of damage and a unrecoverable debuff. If he doesn't come with those 2 things, it's going to go back to being light versus fire again for this WOBL. And we know that clearly the devs are not making it fair for both elements. They're clearly favoring one element over another to sell a unit. This is not uncommon, but it's a shitty practice. And it's a practice that the devs really need to reconsider, because at the moment as it stands, this game had some form of balance when it comes down to fairness, right? And what that means is when you put 2 elements into a fight, both elements did fairly well. Lately, though, that's not becoming the case. And again, I understand the need to sell a unit, but you also need to have your community be happy. Now, I hope the devs watch this, because in my opinion, doing the win team with the same, almost similar power to the water team, it's night and day. Like night and day difference. So mechanics like recovery, like HP recovery, if you're gonna put 2 elements in there, all I'm asking for is that both those elements have that same advantage in regards to not just the element being weak or strong against the opponent, but also having moves that complement the actual WOBL. Specifically WOBL in this case, right? And what's happening is it's not, right? Because what we're seeing is the way light and fire worked, where you need a lot of defense pen. Clearly, light didn't have that, fire had plenty of that, right? And now in this case, you need unrecoverable, and you don't have that currently with wind. So if you want to use wind, you're kind of screwed. You're kind of in the position where you're forced to almost use water, or else you're not going to be able to beat hard mode. So LENNART has to come out. LENNART needs to come out with buffs that will complement the WOBL, not just element. Not just element. We're talking about DPS and an unrecoverable move. So yes, I know, a shout out to Phantom, who's been saying it in every comment section. Phantom, I've been reading it. I haven't had a chance to look at it. Like, it's almost a necessity. As a matter of fact, I feel like every element needs to have that unrecoverable debuff at this point, or at least something in that nature that can reduce the amount of HP recovery. So for those who are waiting for LENNART, keep that in the back of your minds, that if he does not come out with unrecoverable, that Yogamon fight is going to be almost damn near impossible unless you're super, super whaled and way over the top TP compared to what the fight requires, and then you may be able to out DPS it. Unless somehow LENNART has nukes and he shoots nukes out, and he destroys things by being a massive DPS, I don't see this fight going in Win's favor. I see this being strictly, again, a fire light situation. Is this going to be a Thomas and Kanae situation? I don't think so. I can't see them destroying their 1-year anniversary unit 1 month later. I see this unit lasting for a very long time. Hope I'm right, or it's suicidal for the game. But from what I'm seeing, guys, yeah, Wind is really, really, really going to have to step it up with LENNART in order for them to even stand a chance to beat this on hard mode compared to water. All right, let me know what you guys think. I know some of you guys have also used Wind and conquered it. Now, I'm curious to see, did you guys use water as well? What did you guys find easier? I'm almost 100% sure most of you guys will say water was way easier, and I think it's designed this way. And I hope the devs do change their minds and stop doing this. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys back when I get back from my vacation. Peace out.